For 3,000 years, the galaxy had known peace. The great empires had disarmed. The fleet slept in orbit. The worlds prospered. And humanity, the species once called deathworlders, warborn, the terrors of terror, had faded into legend. When the truce finally broke, the galaxy trembled. But Earth? Earth laughed. 1. The end of peace. The Truce of 12 Stars had ended more times in rumor than in fact. For 3 millennia, the Galactic Council had kept its uneasy harmony through bureaucracy, diplomacy, and fear, mostly fear of what had once happened when humanity was crossed. But history becomes myth, and myths are easy to ignore. So when the Zeroth Dominion declared war on the Council and on humanity's long-abandoned colonies, the galaxy assumed Earth would stay silent. After all, the humans had not fought in over 3,000 years. Their fleets were gone. Their armies dissolved. Their leaders, legends lost to time. The Zeroth flagship's declaration echoed across the stars. The age of humans is over. The truce is broken. Submit or perish. The aliens expected silence. What they got was laughter. 2. The signal from Earth. On the 3rd day after the declaration, a signal pulsed across the hypernet, ancient Terran code, encrypted in patterns no one had used since the old wars. Galactic systems scrambled to decrypt it. Finally, the message played. Only 4 words, broadcast from Earth's moon. Truce broken. Waking legends. Moments later, the stars around Sol flickered as something vast came online, a defense grid buried under millennia of dust and myth. Every planetary sensor within 20 light-years picked up the same readings. Movement. Power. Human technology reactivating. 3. The awakening. Deep beneath the ruins of the old Terran Defense Command, cryogenic vaults hissed open. Not one, but thousands. Warriors who had fought the last galactic war, preserved in stasis for a time when the peace would forget itself. General Ayla Draven, her armor older than most empires, opened her eyes to a changed universe. Status, she rasped. Truce terminated, answered the AI. Hostile fleets en route. She smiled, a slow, terrible smile. Finally. From Luna to Mars, ancient hangars opened. Ships once thought destroyed ignited their drives. The Solar Titans, the Valkyrie carriers, the Eclipse-class dreadnoughts. Each bore one mark on their hulls, the sigil of the Iron Sun. 4. The return of the Deathworlders. When the Zeroth fleet reached human space, they found no resistance, only a single transmission beacon orbiting Saturn. The message looped continuously in galactic standard. This region is under Terran jurisdiction. Proceed with caution. The Zeroth ignored it. They fired. Saturn vanished behind a wall of plasma fire. When the light cleared, the beacon still transmitted, untouched. Then the human fleet appeared. Thousands of ships, matte black, silent, and older than recorded history. Their weapons glowed blue-white, bending gravity itself. Admiral Draven's voice filled the void. 3,000 years of peace, and you learned nothing. The Zeroth fleet lasted 4 to 7 seconds. 5. The galaxy reacts. Word spread faster than light. Entire species froze their trade routes. The council called emergency sessions. Some said it was impossible. Humans had no military. Others whispered that Earth had never truly disarmed. Old races remembered the wars of legend, the siege of Carthos, the burning of Naath, the day humanity fought themselves and still won. Now, those legends were awake again. 6. The message to the galaxy. Humanity didn't invade. They didn't conquer. They simply broadcast one message across every world. We honored the truce for 3,000 years. We buried our weapons. We let the galaxy heal. But you broke the peace. You wanted war? You'll have it, and you'll remember why you feared us. Across the stars, human fleet began reclaiming their forgotten colonies. Every abandoned outpost, Every dust-choked station flickered back to life. Worlds that had once belonged to humanity turned their lights on again. 7. Laughter in the void. On the bridge of the Sovereign's wrath, Captain Talvorn of the Zeroth Dominion watched helplessly as his fleet burned. "They're laughing," he whispered. "Why are they laughing?" His second-in-command turned pale. Because, Captain, to them, this isn't war. It's nostalgia. Indeed, aboard every human ship, crews fought with grim joy, songs echoing through comms, old war cries revived. To them, war was not horror. It was home. 8. The last battle. The Dominion gathered its remaining forces above their capital world, over 1,000 warships. They expected a siege. Instead, they got a single human dreadnought, the Eclipse Eternal, emerging from warp. Admiral Draven hailed them. 3,000 years ago, we gave you peace. You mistook it for weakness. You forgot that peace was our mercy. Then she ordered one shot, a lance of energy that shattered space itself. When the light faded, the Dominion fleet was gone. Draven stood silent on her bridge. "Truce honored," she murmured. "Truce avenged." 9. The aftermath. The war lasted 12 days. The galaxy surrendered on the 13th. Earth refused to rejoin the Council. Instead, it created something new, the Terran Accord, a coalition of worlds that chose to remember rather than forget. Humanity didn't rule. It guided. But every empire, every species, every ship that saw the Iron Sun emblem from then on remembered one truth. Do not wake the sleeping humans. 10. Epilogue. Laughter among the stars. Years later, children across the galaxy learned the story of the truce, how arrogance reignited humanity's fire. On Earth, under the rebuilt skyports of New Geneva, Admiral Draven stood with her officers. They said war was gone forever. One remarked. It was, Draven said, until someone was foolish enough to remind us how fun it was. They laughed, that low, defiant laughter that only humans could manage. And across the stars, echoes of that laughter traveled, haunting every empire that once believed humans were finished. The 3,000-year truce was over, and the galaxy would never laugh the same way again.